GDKP will no longer be permitted in Season of Discovery realms.
I'm trying to think. What are the arguments for the L? I just want to learn from the other side. What like if you're saying this is an L, how is like let me understand your thought process a little bit. Asmongold thinks this is an L? No shot. Okay. I would love to see it. Does anyone have a clip on Asmongold's position? I would love to debate Asmongold on this topic because Asmongold did not say that. Oh, okay. Maybe he's okay. Let's see. It's a 30-minute video. And, oh my gosh. Okay, let's just watch a few minutes of this. Maybe we'll watch from like we've already watched what Blizzard said. So let's watch Define GDKP, and then we'll watch why this is a horrible decision, and then why this is a great decision, and then why the real issue is botting. I mean, I agree. Yeah, it seems like he has a decent take. Let's take a look though. All right, so this is his take.
Goodbye.
Defend GDKP? Sure. GDKP is a willing participation of two different groups of people in order to combine their interests together to work towards a common goal in a way that does not actively break the terms of service.
That's true.
Whenever I was playing in vanilla WoW, or sorry, actually, well, original WoW, Wrath of the Lich King, I did GDKPs, and they were the highlight of my week. I
think things have slowly spiraled out of control since Asmon has last played. That's... yeah.
Loved doing GDKPs, and they were my favorite thing to do, and I didn't buy gold. I knew people that bought gold, but to be fair, they bought gold before and after GDKPs too. They were just cheaters. That's what...
I do think it would be willfully ignorant to make the claim that allowing GDKPs doesn't increase the amount of gold buying that occurs. GDKPs in the game promotes gold buying, right? I think if you disagree with that statement, I think it's pretty like willfully ignorant. Like there's no way that claim can be argued, right?
Cheaters do. And so what is a GDKP? Fundamentally, I view a GDKP as emergent player behavior. And I view emergent player behavior as the penultimate positive outcome of MMORPGs.
I agree with that.
And what I mean by that is that things that the developer did not necessarily intend, but the player and the culture gravitates to and creates themselves.
I agree with that.
And I also dislike the idea of getting rid of GDKPs because there are a lot of people who are legitimate players who play in GDKPs every week.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
And those people now are being punished because Blizzard chooses not to ban people who are cheating and buying gold.
No, they're trying,
so
but they can't
really
ban them all.
What Blizzard is doing is they are punishing legitimate, like, TOS following players because they are too lazy to uphold their own terms of service. So what they're...
Kind of. So I think he's saying a legitimately true statement, is that what's true is that players that are innocent are getting banned for something that they didn't... Or, sorry, I misspoke. Players that are innocent are getting punished for other players buying gold, essentially, right? They're getting punished for doing an innocent GDKP and having that removed from them. That might be their favorite part of the game. They're getting punished from something that they never took part of. And I agree with that. That does suck. Now, here's reality. People are buying gold. Blizzard is trying to ban them. And the way cybersecurity works is, and we've talked about this many times on stream, and if you work in cybersecurity, you're well aware of this. You have two teams in cybersecurity. You have offense and you have defense. And if you're on defense in cybersecurity, you kind of sit there and wait for an attack. And when, not if, but when intruders get in, then you have to figure out what kind of attack it was. How did they get in? Okay, let's ban them. And then you have a peaceful world for 1 second until the offense finds another way to infiltrate, right? That's how cybersecurity works. So it's not that they're not getting banned. It's that they are getting banned, but Blizzard's naturally on defense because that's the way cybersecurity works. And when you're on defense on one side, the offense will eventually get in, period. That's it. It will happen. So the point is, I'm trying to make is gold selling and gold buying will always exist. That's the world we live in. Can you reduce it? Yeah, they're trying. And they've said they're trying. Could they do better? I'm sure they could. But will they ever reduce it by like 100%? Absolutely not, right? So under the pretense that buying gold will actually always exist, and I think that's a fair conclusion to come to, then GDKPs incentivize that gold buying. And then if you're incentivizing something against TOS, that's probably not a good thing. And then you can undermine the player experience by buying gold and getting all the best and luckier, and that undermines the entire experience of World of Warcraft. So in a perfect world, I agree. GDKPs are a really cool system that I wish could be in place without bad actors, but those bad actors will exist and do exist in the world that we live in. So we aren't having that conversation. We're having the conversation of, since this will happen, what's the best preventative measure moving forward?
They're saying is like, we are going to punish the entire player base because we now no longer have the, we don't find it to be financially beneficial to uphold our own terms of service. And I actually think this is just like the WoW token, really, because whenever they added the WoW token, they said, oh, well, we're doing this because people keep buying gold. So it's like, okay, the solution for people buying gold is you're going to add in a token into the game that totally commodifies the entire experience of playing it. So it's like, yeah, obviously I see what your goal is,
WoW token sucks,
but
for the record,
you're effectively just hurting the entire game, and you're killing the integrity of the game, and you're making it worse because you can't be bothered to actually uphold your own game's integrity.
For the record, I'm also against the WoW token. I think buying gold in any right, whether it's through a WoW token or through third-party sites, undermines the integrity of the game. But the difference with the WoW token, which is why I really hate it, is that like Blizzard's the one selling it. It seems really, really, really weird to me. But I don't know how you could be against the WoW token but be pro. Anyway, let's keep watching.
And so at a certain point, whenever I'm being hamstrung and I'm being controlled and, you know, like I'm not able to play the game in this way, even with other people that want to play the game in that way, because there's a third party of people that I have nothing to do with that are cheating, and Blizzard doesn't want to ban them because they're too lazy to hire people to do it.
Okay, there's this continuative, he's talking continually about how Blizzard's too lazy to ban them. Maybe I'm gullible. Maybe I'm completely green. But like, I don't know, man. Like, part of my degree in college was like I majored in CIS, was learning about cybersecurity and how that works. And like, you can't just permanently 100% ban all these people. If there's people buying the gold, people will sell the gold. People will find a way around. Period. The end. So one way to attack the problem is by banning people that are buying gold, banning people that are selling gold. Now, the other way to attack the problem is to make it not as exciting to buy gold, right? Banning GDKPs. So you're solving the problem from two different sides, two different angles. You're not just attacking it on one side of banning the people buying or selling gold, but you're attacking it from the other side of making it not as, you're de-incentivizing people to actually buy the gold in the first place, which is reducing the demand for gold sellers, which means potentially less bots. So you're solving the issue from two different angles. I think it's an okay thought process, but like Blizzard is trying.
And now I can't play the game this way. I think this is fucking ridiculous. I think this is fucking insane. Like, I can't play the game this way because Blizzard doesn't want to ban gold buyers? Get the fuck out of here.
That's a false narrative. That's not...
This is the same logic they use for adding the WoW token.
No.
So, yes, I think this is fucking stupid. But I think they're making a good decision by trying it. Because the reality is, I think that my opinion is the minority. At least about the outspoken audience. There are a lot of people who tremendously disagree with me. They think that I'm totally wrong. Now, I think they're totally wrong, too. But, like, I'm willing to, okay, let's try it out. Let's try it your way. Let's see what it's like.
Okay. I like the humility here. Like, I've always said this in the past, too. With retail decisions, people are like, hey, Xaryu, what do you think they should do? And I'm like, well, this is what I would want, but I'm in the minority, so my opinion doesn't matter. What the majority of people want does matter. And if that's the game people want to play, that's the game Blizzard should make, even if it's the game that I don't want to play. So I appreciate Asmongolds saying this is what I want, but it doesn't actually matter because that's, the majority. So let's try it your way first and see. Maybe we're all wrong.
I think that's smart. So I love it. They should have banned it forever. Didn't they punish Soda Papa whenever he bought gold? They took all his gold away, but that's not enough of a punishment. You have to do more than that.
Yeah, he should have been banned for
A
sure.
thriving black market is a guaranteed sign of flawed game design. Legitimizing this emergent behavior in a safe and affordable way is a decent solution. Why not just ban the people that are breaking the rules? Like, I don't understand. Like, so why not just apply the terms of service rules to people that are breaking them? Like, I don't know. Like, why is this so hard that they can't figure it out?
I think maybe I'm off here, but I think Blizzard was probably scared to ban Soda Pop in amongst the entire OnlyFans content, because OnlyFans was so good and positive and exciting for the WoW scene that if Blizzard bans the literal leader of OnlyFans, they're going to have a riot at their front door. So I think Blizzard tried to avoid a fire by not banning Soda, but and maybe they made the right choice there, because there probably would have been a riot. But yeah, I agree with Asmon. Soda probably should have been banned for sure.
It's crazy. Shouldn't WoW Retail do that, and not only in Season of Discovery? I don't know. I think they're trying it in Season of Discovery because it's like a transient thing. So like they don't have to make a decision and then be held to that decision. They want to try it in like a controlled space that has a time frame, so they can see how the change will affect player behavior, which is an incredibly smart thing to do. Like, if I were them, I would be doing this. Even though I think it's the wrong idea, a lot of people want it. Let's fucking try it. I mean, fuck, isn't that the point of Season of Discovery?
Yeah.
I think it is. So, yeah, I completely agree with them doing it, but I think it's a bad decision. Maybe this is like doublespeak for some people, but I hope a lot of you guys can see the...
I see what he's saying,
can see what I'm getting at here, right? Can you guys see what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
It's in the name. Yeah. And so I'll read a few of these things, right? I see your logic, Zach, but I think that focusing on removing the bots and Z-axis restrictions makes more sense. Well, sure, but like removing bots and Z-axis restrictions, like that also goes in line with this. Absolutely. You're not the one losing money. Well, no. I mean, this is just my opinion, right? I mean, it's not like I don't have like a responsibility to Blizzard to like make them money. Like I don't work there. I'm just giving my opinion. What's stopping people from using tools outside the game to still run these? Because Blizzard can potentially ban them. And it will take the amount of GDKPs that happen, and it will take them from, like, let's say at 100% right now, it'll take them down to 10. Because people will not want to participate in them because they risk their account. Nobody wants to risk their account. And by nobody, I clearly don't mean nobody, because...
It's kind of like gold sellers. When you start banning gold sellers and you do a better job, instead of having 100% of potential gold sellers, now you only have 10% of potential gold sellers, like, kind of how it is, right? Like, there's still going to be gold sellers. You'll never get it to zero. There's going to be bad actors, period.
10%. Clearly still would, but substantially less. You can't remove the bots. Really? Because I bet you could. And I bet you could remove
it's not binary.
The top 10% of the most egregious gold buyers. And if you permaban them or 6-month ban them, I bet it would set a fucking example that half of the other gold buyers would stop doing it. I think that, I bet you could get a massive amount of them. And you do it publicly. You say, this is the person.
That's why I do think Soda Poppin' should have been banned, because it would have set a really good example. Buy gold, get banned, perma, GG. Like, it would have set a really good example. By not banning them, they actually did set a really bad example there. I agree with that. If you're buying gold, you should get banned, period. Like, if they're giving people temp bans or just kind of slapping them on the wrist, I do agree with Asmongold. That's not harsh enough. Ban them. Make sure that doesn't happen again. If you reduce people buying gold, then the gold sellers will kind of fade away because they have no one to sell to, right? You reduce demand.
That did this is how we figured it out, and this is what they were doing. And obviously, like, you know, do it in some degree of abstract so people can't like reverse A/B test, reverse engineer it and like get around the system. But that's what the image, yeah, that's what you do. Like RuneScape does that. And also it's like you will always get more bots, but that doesn't mean that you should, like, every game has bots, right? Every game has cheating. Does that mean that you should just throw in the towel and not punish people for cheating or botting?
I agree with that, yeah.
I think that you
harsher
obviously
punishments,
should.
sure.
So
Yeah.
Valve literally banned Smurf, and now pro players playing on their main account. Banning works. Of course it does. Blizzard is an IP purchased by Activision, which is purchased by Microsoft. The we won't change WoW days are long gone. I don't know about that. I really don't think it would be difficult to identify the worst actors, even with a very small team. I don't think so either. I genuinely do not think that it would be hard. How do I know that? Because I know the game. I know the game inside and out. And I know how easy it would be to figure it out if you understand the game.
I think
it's
that's,
like, why?
I think that's a bit of a stretch. Try working on the security team for a while. You ban tens of thousands of account, and then tens of thousands new ones come in. It's a constant. My point is, it's a constant battle that can never be won. That you're always fighting against it to do the best you can, but it's never over, right? It's a constant full-time job to be on 24/7 to try to monitor this stuff. And right when you think, okay, we banned everyone, there's going to be more coming in. That's reality. You can't really argue that it's just, oh, 100% of these can be gone.
Why is it that private servers can ban people so fast? Like, there's more bots on official servers than private servers? What's the logic there? It's crazy. I think that if you earn gold by, like, playing the economy or by actually playing the game, like not buying gold with real money, but by playing the game, and you pay a guild to run you through an instance,
that's fine. Yeah, it should be.
Consider that a completely legitimate form of gameplay.
I agree. Yeah,
I do.
That's why I said in a perfect world, I love GDKPs in a perfect world. We just don't live in a perfect world.
I completely think this is fair. They just think GDKP and think of gold buying. Well, yeah, because a lot of people buy gold for GDKPs. But, like, is the problem really GDKPs, or is it the gold buying?
The gold buying.
Well, the gold buying is the problem.
Yeah.
The GDKPs are just a symptom of that.
Yeah.
And you could say that the GDKPs encourage people to buy gold, which is true.
Yeah,
absolutely,
is true.
That's true.
Can't argue against
but
that.
But I don't think that that's enough for me to want to ban it from everybody. I don't think that's fair to all of the other legitimate players who aren't buying gold and doing GDKPs. I don't think that's fair. You used to work for the IRS. Couldn't they just audit accounts and determine how they obtained the gold? Yes, they could.
One by one.
I'm almost sure that they have the tools for that. And if they don't, they're incompetent. I mean, of course you could do that. But don't GDKPs ruin server economy? Why did GDKPs ruin the server economy? Why does that happen? Like, how does a GDKP ruin a server economy? Inflation. How does it create inflation? It inflates the price of things. How? By buying gold. Okay, so buying gold inflates the economy. Then not GDKP then. Because if I have 10,000 gold and I give it to somebody else, then they have 10,000 gold. So the total amount of gold in the economy went from 10,000 to 10,000. That's not inflation. Like, that's not how it works. The inflation occurs because people are buying gold from bots. That's the problem, not GDKPs. But GDKP will lead...
he just said GDKPs promote gold buying. I think the reason that the decision is being made is to combat gold buying from the other side, right? Gold buying is more prevalent because GDKPs are a very prevalent way to run raids in World of Warcraft. You remove being able to buy gear with gold. Gold buying goes down. The demand for gold selling goes down, so less people will still go. I mean, I don't. Yeah, that seems
to RMT inevitably.
Fine.
Well, won't anything that you need, like having a mount that you need to buy, won't that lead to gold buying too? Like, cause like if you have like an epic mount and you have like the long boy, for example, it won't really. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you. I'm gonna expose him. Jeff bought his epic flying mount with his mom's credit card. He did. No, actually, no. He had some guy give him the gold for the epic flying mount. This is his epic ground mount he bought with his mom's money. He did. He fucking did it. He was like fucking 14, 13 years old, and he did it.
That I would love to see, and I don't know if this is like the natural conclusion. I think Blizzard should remove the damn WoW token. Ban gold sellers. the best you can, ban WoW gold buyers the best you can, 6 months or permanently for multiple offenses, and remove the damn WoW token.
I remember there was this Russian Death Knight named Reinhardt. He even made YouTube videos at the time. And he had fucking, like, his English skill was like a 5 out of 10, right? And like this other fucking guy, and like his name was Avernus. And for some fucking reason, Reinhardt would put Avernus in charge of raid leading the GDKPs. And Avernus's English skill was like a 2 or a 3. And so he would be explaining shit. Nobody would fucking know what he was saying. Everybody would be sitting there like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean? So Marigar is gonna do a spin? Like,
okay, so it sounds like Asmon has personal, I mean, I guess with all like conclusions that we come to, to some degree we base them on personal experiences. Asmon has a really good personal experience with GDKPs. He's telling this story very specifically about a Death Knight and his accent and just like the good times he's had in GDKPs. Earlier today, I told a very, very different story about my experience at GDKPs, and that could be one of the reasons I have the I come to the conclusion that GDKPs suck ass. All right, you want to know why I'm more personally affected by this? I've joined a GDKP to buy the Turning Tide on Wrath of the Lich King because I was going for rank 1 Deadly Gladiator, and I wanted that Turning Tide Season 5 Wrath of the Lich King, baby. We get into the raid, we're farming Nax, and the Turning Tide drops, and I'm over here. I farmed out like 30k gold or something. Like I farmed out like a lot of gold. Turning Tide drops, and a known gold buyer, who by the way was invited into the GDKP mid-run because he's a known shark, meaning people that run the GDKP want him in the run because they know he's gonna bid on every item that drops, overbid it so they make more money. So he joins mid-run because he's a known shark, known gold buyer, has infinite pockets. The Turning Tide drops, and he puts up 100k gold instantly. No one else has anywhere near 100k gold, and I don't get the Turning Tide after having more gold than anyone else besides the gold buyer in the group, and it completely ruined my excitement for Wrath of the Lich King raiding. Completely yoinked from a gold buyer. Now, why is this relevant? It's relevant because these gold buyers will always be there. There's no way to get rid of them completely. There is no way for that situation to not occur besides banning GDKPs from the system. That's just how it goes. And Asmon has the experience that GDKPs are awesome because he's had a really good time. Now, here's the reality. If you pull like 100 random people, like if we say in the chat W or L or whatever, it seems like 80 or 90% of people are saying, this is a good change. So what does that then tell me? It seems like probably like 80 to 90% of people have had a terrible experience in GDKPs, but to some degree feel forced to do them because that's like one of the easiest ways to actually get into a raid and get some loot. So like it's the majority of people have a terrible experience in something. So that's why most people seem to be saying W and disagreeing with Asmon, despite I think he actually got a decent point. Yeah. A good thing about GDKPs are if you're full BIS and still pug raids, you still get some benefit from raiding. Yeah, no, like I said, I am GDKP's like #1 fan. When I first heard about them, I'm like, this owns. You can either make gold or get gear. It's a win-win. They own. Unless gold selling and gold buying is prevalent, then it undermines the entire game. So yeah, I'm a massive fan of them if in a perfect world if gold selling didn't exist.